Okay guys, Sophia here, and I am going to start a Let's Play with a brand new character here. We are going to roll this character, her name is Mana, and we're going to run all the storyline from 1 to 60. So let's go ahead and get started and have it.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Love that opening. Hey you. You alright, lass? You were moaning something fierce while you're there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it though. Don't worry. You there, halt. What's this all about? Inspection. Men search the carriage. I'm just an honest peddler, friend, so you'd be disappointed if you don't find none. Mind your tongue, old man. At least I cut it out. Look, sir. Summon us. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddler deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in the dungeon till your days. Unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Why? A Amudra, to arms! Seven hells. Consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. He was a lightweight. Good lord. Whew. That kind of assignment ain't good for the heart. You'll be careful around them brass blades, lass. Bastards, they'll have you. They'll have the shirt off your back, and if they fancy it, like common bandits they are, and less honest ones. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to rescue us, eh? Hey, seeing that we've still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them youngins don't much care for conversation, see? Brendan's the name, and peddling's my trade. Judging by your unusual garments, I wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking your fortune and glory. And that's what I call living. So as long as you can avoid dying. I mean, ain't no secret that the adventuring is a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Fortune, eh? I reckon you'll fit right in where we're going. Once you learn to handle yourself in a fight, you'll want to pay a visit to whichever crafting or gathering guild tickles your fancy. And there are plenty to choose from too, whether you're weaving, alchemy, goldsmith, or mining. That interests you? Udal's got a place where you can learn your trade. Adventuring ain't all about killing things, after all. A peaceful pastime might well help you make your fortune. Just remember though, there are more important things to fortune and glory, such as breathing, and there ain't no profit to be dead, and that's a fact. By the by, if this is your first trip to Udal, it is. Well then, let this journey entail you to the ins and out of your destination. Udal's ruled by the Sultanate in name, but most folk know the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monolith cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether. That won't happen, while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists, and the Loyalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, thrown in their weight against each other, and they show no signs of stopping. Of course, them lizardmen, that is the Amulja, couldn't care less about Udal politics. They have their own interests, I see, and they ain't afraid to force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers. They bleed and profit, and although it shames me to say, I'm inclined to agree. At long last, behold, Udal, jewel of Thanalan, where folk turn sand to gold.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ulda. Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here we are. We part ways, lass. I'm off to the market to deliver me wares, and then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this in the way of putting up with me prattling. He never did tell me their name, though. But there's an idea. Become sort of story personage that I can brag about having met, and I'll consider this square.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Oh, eventually over here. I mean you. Fresh off the carriage, by any chance, eh? How can I tell? The name's Walden. And it's my business to know every burger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some individual advice? Invaluable advice. By the way of welcoming you to our fair city. Free of charge, even. Just this once, like. Alright, so I'm going to actually stop the recording here. Well, I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to go ahead and set up my UI the way I like it, and then I'm going to start recording again. So I will see you when I get back. Alright, now that I got my UI set up the way I want, we're going to go ahead and start our first quest here with Wadmond. I think that's how I pronounce his name. Not quite sure. Just playing this to anyone with eyes, you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down some nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I ain't want that on my conscience. Before you do anything else, I want you to head over there to the quicksand and speak with Momadai. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild, and she can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder, past the double doors, and you'll find her inside. And that's as much you're getting for free. Luck adventure, adventuring. Well, he was quite helpful. Although, a bit snotty, but pretty helpful. Yes, we all know guys like, what's his name there? Okay, this is Momodai. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodai, and I own this fine establishment, if you please. I also manage the Adventurers Guild in Uda, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you, that is. Without someone like me to steer you in right, you'd soon find yourself in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Umudra, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on forever right now. And then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. The people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry, and worry and lingering filled of loss. And a little wander is scarce to be found 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg and releasing that abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye, 'twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next, some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is that nobody really does. The one thing for sure, where the survivors agree on though, is the part played by a band of adventurers who laid their lives down for the realm that wasn't even their own. They fought violently, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worthy remembering, but sure you'll agree, it's just a shame that our recollections of those brave heroes are jumbled as those of a calamity itself. Whenever we've tried to recall their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we not let them be forgotten, so we can call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. And that's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is you lend a helping hand and try to leave Odwa in a better state than you found her. And if you can promise that, I'll be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, promise is a promise now. I'm counting on you to help put the past behind us, and we need working and spending and bickering like the old days. I'm happy and prosperous Uda means more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the registry as neat as you can. Mana. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Alright, Miss Valfor. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness, I swear to you. I'll bring you your money. In the East, they said that even merciful God may be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given 4 chances to offend. You two attended to scum. Please, no mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight, nor an uncommon one. If I must be honest, I don't worry though. You'll work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about something another pay me a visit, just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, it's alright? And of course I do enjoy hearing a lady's muse on the many manhoods of her acquaintances from time to time. Any road. Welcome to Uda, Mana. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you about our fair little city. Well, that was an awful lot to read. I think I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna catch a moment of breath and try and clear my throat a little bit. Okay, let's pick up the next quest. Before you go charging off and find your fortune, there's a few basic tasks I'd like for you to perform to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. Get there, head west, and from here, and you'll reach the Emerald Avenue. Then look north, and there should be a giant floating crystal called the Aetheryte. If it weren't for the Aetherites traveling around Ozia, be damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune them before you can use them, so be sure that with the ones in Plaza, you attuned every Aetherite before. Yeah? If not, just lay your hands on the thing, and you'll see what I mean. When you're done with that, I'd want you to pay the visit to the Gladiators Guild over there at the Coliseum. Assuming that sword ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphires Avenue Exchange, over on the steps of Tal. Goods from all over El Orzia and beyond turn up there every day, and you'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, and anything else a legend and adventurer like yourself might need. You might say everything is for sale here in Uda, as long as you got the gill. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Mana. There's plenty, as won't scruple or swindle unsuspected foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interest. Which is why I'm giving you this letter, and when you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cisirgra and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he reads it. In short, then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, and before you go, word of advice: while there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest to goodness problems who should consider offering their help in hand. A lot of folk here are lured to the city by promise of wealth and power, and many of them fail to realize that instead of chasing after the guild in the moment they get here, are to be making friends. Let it be known that if you're willing to give us as much as you get, an opportunity will come your way. And that's all from me. This past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finished, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you were down to your small clothes without a guild to your name. Alright, so now we got 3 places to go to. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is clean out this mailbox. If you subscribe to Final Fantasy for any length of time, they give you a reward. It's kind of like the Guild Wars login reward, and I know Final Fantasy XI started a login reward as well, but it's something similar to that. You know, I think first rewards in 30 days, then 60 days, then 90 days, and it goes on like that. At least this Moogle's not as annoying as the other ones are. Some of the other Moogles, the little sound they make are strange. Although it could be just if anyone has ever been to the Mog home in Heavensworth, they know exactly what I mean. It could be just that I'm just particularly hate Moogles now. That could be it. That could be a thing. Yeah, I could be just I just hate Moogles now. Man, it's a lot of mail. I've done this off camera, right? Probably would have been better, right? Then it's boring. I may edit it out. I don't know. It depends. So yeah, this is actually my second character I tried to do a Let's Play with. I did another one, and everyone that saw the videos was like, "Oh man, you gotta put some commentary in it." You know, anybody can watch gameplay, and yeah, but they want to hear you. You gotta bring something to the game. I was like, yeah, okay, well, I can try. But I absolutely hated my mic. The microphone I got on my headset's completely horrible. It sounded like I was talking out of a tin can. So yes, I actually went and paid for a brand new microphone, but it was well worth it. Oh Lord, it was well worth it. I'm loving the volume. I mean the mic's quality is very good. Okay, so we're gonna go over here to the Aetheryte. Kick in the nos. So this is actually Sagatana's server. I have 2 characters here, and my actual main is on Behemoth. Hail, adventurer. Might you have come to the behest of Miss Momodai of the quicksand? Excellent, which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. And that would be 100,000 gil, if you please, madam. Apologies, but I do relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests that you might be unfamiliar with the use of these aetherites. Allow me to explain. He's actually going through the explaining aetherite, but I'm not going to read all that. That's basically you just go there. You can use teleport and return. You can get to teleport from the menu, or actually I think they're on the hotbar. They're on the cross hotbar as soon as you start it. I don't think they're on the computer's. I'm in the keyboard hotbar. Yeah, see, there's the return and teleport on keypad there. You can't get teleport until you attune yourself to another aetherite in another city, which I think our first city we're going to be able to. First city we're going to go to is Horizon. Will be the first place we get sent to, and we can attune to that as soon as we get. Oh, there is one in Black. What is it? Black Rush Station? Yeah, I think that's it. We're going to come over here to the Gladiators Guild. We're going to go ahead and start our first mission. And this is going to unlock the hunt logs, which is pretty good little XP boost. Kind of want to do the hunt logs for each level. Well, you get 1 through 10, and it's not each level, but there's a section for every 10 levels. You got something about. Oh wait. I went to the wrong thing. I went straight to the Guildmaster. Not supposed to go straight to the Guildmaster. Supposed to go to the receptionist. All right. Okay. You talk to the receptionist. Says, welcome to the Gladiators Guild, friend. Tell me, are you new with the thralls of Mortal Kombat? Well, whether you are or not, you're new to us. If you would like to take your place in the hallowed halls, you must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not for worse. A daunting prospect. I concede, but there are no other ways if you mean to take it to the blood-stained sands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Coliseum is the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Udall. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat on the syndicate? There's not an Udallan alive who doesn't aspire to rise to self-made man. And there's no truer embodiment of that than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with his sword. Throughout its long and storied history, the guild has nurtured countless of champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. You wish to desire true glory, fight and triumph amidst the wars of 10,000 voices. And this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it as your legacy, and your soul stirs. Join us. He's a little long-winded, isn't he? Okay, so we got to talk to him again, and then you just tell him yes, and then he'll send you to the Guildmaster. You get to go over here to the Guildmaster, and she will assign you a task. I heard Luluson, you're a man of Valfor. 'Tis a good, strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mila, Guildmaster here. So you wish to study our arts. Presume you have no reason for choosing the sword over all other weapons. Perhaps you think it's easier to learn. Sword is a simple weapon, but wielding a blade is no simple thing. For every Coliseum champion that emerges from our ranks, there are countless of disappointment who fail to achieve their greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, Mana, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and if it be your fate, die by it? Then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Let's not waste time, shall we? I will gauge your aptitude for the sword. Just outside the gates of Udal, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each of them and then return when you're finished. A simple task, but essential in your training nonetheless. Now go. And yes, I have read this story quest 3 or 4 times. It almost sounded like I knew what I was doing, right? Yeah. But yeah, I just read that part so many times. I can pretty much quote it by memory now, but I'm not going to because I really don't know it that well. I hope never to know it that well. So all we gotta do is come out here to... Can't remember if this is eastern or western. Well, just come out here to the gates. There are marmots, shrews, and I think there won't be. Have you noticed on the mini map up here? There's a orange area indicating your area that you need to look for. This is the area of your quest. It tells you what where your quest mobs or objectives would be. You see the star marmot, the little bubble sign above his head? That lets you know these are for quest. So that lets you know that these are the ones you want to kill. Okay, so here we are back at the gate. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Welcome back, Mana. I've dispatched those beasts with ease. Rest assured that there will be far greater challenges to come. If you wish to master the sword, you must test yourself against a variety of foes. To do this, and I present you this hunt log. It contains information to creatures ideal for gladiator training, and you will doubtlessly gain valuable experience should you seek out and slay them. It is only with such practice you will recognize and eliminate a deficient in your techniques. Your training under me shall continue. Once the half sits so snug in your hand that you can't imagine holding naught else until then, Mana. So now we unlock the hunt log, and we won't get our next class quest until level 5. But the hunt log is a nice item because it allows you to go in here, recommends which creatures you should fight. So like a level 1, it says go kill the little ladybugs. Level 2, it wants you to go kill the star marmots again. So each one of these will give you an XP for the actual creature, but it'll also give you an XP bonus after 3 of them. So you'll get whatever you get off the bugs, and you'll get 75 XP. So if you can go through and do all of these, you'll get a bonus of 2,500 XP. See up here, this is your bonus for completing the entire page, 1 through 10. You'll get this bonus right here. And then you can't continue this until you get to level 10, so it's not like you can continue this and go till next. You can't get to your rank 2 until you physically hit level 10. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and finish this quest that Momodai gave me. Or gave us, sorry. We're gonna go to the, what is it, Sapphire? Sapphire Avenue? Emerald Avenue, Sapphire's over here in the... And here's another thing you want to do. As soon as you come into a town for the first time, you want to attune yourself to these Ethernet shards. And what this will do is it will allow you to teleport anywhere in the city free of charge to any other ones you've attuned yourself to. So right now I can transport back to the Aetheryte Plaza. That's that big Aetheryte we attuned to when we first got here, because that's the only Aetheryte I've tuned to. Okay, and we are in Sapphire Avenue Exchange. And there's Sister Girl. And you are? Oh, a new adventure come. But of course, yes, I am Sister Girl. I think that's how you pronounce his name. What can I do for you? You would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise, as for my fee, what do you expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Undalan for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I'd rather doubt you could afford my services. But back to your offering, nothing is laughable. Oh, Mistress Momodai. Instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate I have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. Yes, sir. You stand in Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest, most profitable marketplace in all the Sultanate. Being advantageous, slated in the region of other cities, states, Uda Market has ever served as both the literal and figurative center of Elzorzia's commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the major maritime trade between Willebrand and Aldenburg pass through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortiums have chosen Uda as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchandise and money lenders all day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided he has sufficient funds. Surely something you seek, adventurer. Delia sword, perhaps, or shiny trinket. Whatever you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you'll find merchandise peddling armor, merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools, assortments of other useful items for sale. Seek out particular merchants or browse your to heart content, but do try to remain afoot. Should you find something that piques your interest, decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. But that is all the complimentary aid you shall receive from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodai. Now off with you. So now we got to go back and complete the quest for Omodai, and then we can actually go start leveling after that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish this quest, and I'm going to probably level to level 5 and then pick up, because I believe it's either level 5 or level 4 we get our next storyline quest. And how was your tour of the city, Mana? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Udala is a big place, lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making money, making a living here, you'll need to remember where everything is. So when you go exploring, explore like you got a purpose, eh? Alright then, that's all that's left for you to do, is to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Alright guys, well, this has been a learning experience, and interesting one too. So I'm going to cut this video off here. I am going to go ahead and get to level 5, and then I'm going to come back and finish the quest. Alright, see y'all when I get to level 5.